Welcome. This session is specifically dedicated to students who have been preparing for various exams, but at the last minute, either the exam gets postponed or once the exam happens, the paper gets leaked or something happens, which actually student is unable to understand what and how the things have happened. So just to take that into account, what is really required is to understand that we need to have a strong understanding of the subject, and for that what can be done to make the things better. So one good idea is, let's say, the recent examination of KSET which was happened. In that examination the forms were released, everything was all set, but all of the sudden it was decided that last minute judgment came which said that the exam has been postponed to December 31st rather than 26th November. So few things you must keep into mind here. Point 1. There were two exams scheduled for 26th November. One was the Gujarat set, the other was the Karnataka set. So those students who have filled in the form for both, they had an upper edge, because now since one of the exam is postponed, they can appear for both the exams. There were lots of students asking about questions whether what should we do, whether we should appear for this or that. So that problem is now resolved. So that's one thing, and that's why these uncertainties are always there. So handling those uncertainties is really important. Now KSET has been shifted to 31st of December. When you are preparing for your exam, one very important thing is take regular notes. When I say take regular notes, the most important aspect of it is whatever topic you are studying, howsoever you are going with it, the most important thing is mention that you are covering every nook and corner of it, and this would ensure that whatever exam is there, whenever it is there, you are able to solve it. The second most important thing here is that you should be able to understand that when you are appearing for your exams, right, the most important thing that happens is most of the time either let's say if there is a paper leak again, right, in the case of the paper leak, then what would happen? In the case of the paper leak, you would see that the exam would either be reconducted or the exam would be declared null and void. So in both these circumstances, what is required is you prepare well for those exams. Now, when you are preparing, what should be the key things that you should take into account? One, as I said, is take regular notes. The second important thing, now this would help whether if it is a paper leak case or an exam getting postponed. In either of those circumstances, if you have been regularly preparing, you would always get an upper edge. Another important thing is sometimes the exam dates are released at a very short notice. Now, when the exam dates are released at a very short notice, what happens is students do not get an idea what to study, how to study. So if you have been consistently studying, you get an upper edge. The next important thing is all those who are subscribed onto Doorstep Tutor, you already have a subscription for 3 years, right? So if in case you get access, you get an exam and that postpones or the paper gets leaked, you have a re-examination, you can use the same material, prepare with the same pace, and this would help you for your final success. So recently, two of the exams, as I cited, I would repeat again, Gujarat set, Karnataka set were scheduled to be on 26 November. Last minute judgment came for postponement of Karnataka set, and this is now scheduled for 31st December. Now, most probably it would happen on 31st December, but we never know. It might be a case that it is rescheduled to a new date. So in that case, you have to prepare with the idea that all your syllabus should be done by 31st. All the practice questions must be done, and in case if not, it gets further postponed, you are getting an edge for extra benefit, right? So that is really important. So I repeat again, don't get upset by the idea that exam is postponed. Okay, let me take a break for 10 days. I'll start back my preparation after 5 days or 10 days. No, that should not be the case, because understand that when you are taking the break, it's only you who are taking the break. There are others who are dedicatedly working at that point of time. So you should have your goals very clear in mind, and this is the only way you would ensure that whenever the exam comes, you would be able to crack it. Also, most of the time, as I mentioned before, the exams are released with a very short notice. So you get only 15 days, 20 days, 1 month margin, and that is the point. You have to have the complete knowledge before that. So it should not be a case that now the examination forms are released, now I would start about studying it and then I'll prepare for it, right? So taking notes regularly, solving the past year papers are extensively important, and if you are able to cover that, you would be able to solve all the questions in the best possible way. Vajinath, that's just a service here that I am for. But yes, in any case, if you have any questions or queries, you can connect to me directly as well. You can drop your queries here. But the most important idea is there should not be any break in your resume and in your preparation. Now, most of the students who are either in the final year of their masters, appearing for your NET examination or the administrative examination, usually do not find a way out, and there is a break in the resume. Now, when you get a break in the resume, it is detrimental, because you would have to answer that at the interview panel itself. Also, if you are not able to get the examination right in track because of the postponement or paper leak or anything else, you are not able to understand what that gap was, and no one else where you are applying would understand that and would be able to give you a right position, right? So be it a case where you want to join in future for a government or a private sector, it's really important that you have a continuum. There is no break, and you can justify any break that comes in your academics. That's really important. And with your academics, if you want to be in the academics, again, it's important that you make sure that you have publications, you have research papers, but that's secondary. The most important thing is getting through your NET examination. That's the most primary thing. And as I said now, right now you have just 15 days left, and your next cycle for the NET examination is scheduled for December. So prepare well. Wish you very good luck, and thanks for joining in.